With one deep breath, she whispered the word she would regret forever. Okay, just this once. And that was it. They slipped out through the back gate, hearts pounding, uniforms replaced by casual clothes hidden in their bags. Tara laughed nervously. See us rebels. BC wasn't smiling. She turned to Zuri and whispered, if anything feels wrong, we leave immediately. Promise me. I promise. Zuri said. The city lights glittered ahead like stars waiting to be touched. The music was loud, too loud. Laughter, perfumes, sweat, smoke, girls and boys dancing like the night would never end. Zuri stood by the corner, holding a cup of soda. She didn't finish. A tall boy with a charming smile approached her. His name was Jaru. In a small town tucked between red earth and rolling green hills, there lived a girl named Zuri Okafor. At 16, she was the kind of student teachers never forgot. Brilliant, polite, and curious about everything. Her friends called her the girl with the light in her eyes. Zuri was raised by her aunt, Nurse Leoma, a gentle but firm woman who had worked too long in hospitals to know what danger looks like. To her, education wasn't just a way out of poverty. It was armor in a world that often forgot to protect its daughter. That morning, before the bus arrived to take Zuri back to boarding school, Aunt Leoma packed her box with care. Neatly folded uniforms, books, snacks, and one final thing, a small pendant necklace with a silver cross. Aunt Leoma said, Zuri, you are smart. But remember, wisdom is not just what you learn in class. It's knowing when to say no and walking away when something doesn't feel right. Zuri smiled shyly. I know, Auntie. You've told me every term. And I will tell you every day, if I have to. Because I would rather sound like a broken record than have to fix a broken child. They hugged, long and tight, as the bus honked outside. St. Felicia's Girls' College was a place of discipline and pride. Girls in crisp blue uniform, morning assemblies under the flag, and the sharp echo of shoes on concrete. Zuri loved it. She loved it there. The labs, the debates, the reading, the competitions. She had two close friends, Tare, the loud, fashionable one, and BC, quiet, thoughtful, and fiercely loyal. The three of them were different, but together they fit like puzzle pieces. Zuri, you win the inter-school quiz this year. And after that, we will finally get out of this place and go to the university together. The three girls all spoke and laughed. They laughed, dreaming of the future. None of them knew that one bad decision could change everything. It started with whispers in the dormitory. Senior girls talking about an off-campus event, the City Bash. A non-campus party hosted by boys from Riverside College, a nearby school. Everyone goes, said Nkem, one of the older girls. No teachers, no prefect, just music, drinks, and fun. Nobody gets caught. Zuri rolled her eyes. We're not even allowed out after 7 p.m, Kem. You know that. But Tare's eyes lit up. Zuri, come on. It's just one night. You study too much. Let's breathe small. Zuri hesitated. She wanted to say no, but the truth was, she was tired of being the perfect one. Sometimes, she just wanted to dance out of the tunes and music and all the lyrics that says or paints her to be the saint that she is. She just wanted to feel how to be out of herself just for 1 second. Tired of being the one who never bends the rules. And so, with one deep breath, she whispered the word she would regret forever. Okay, just this once. And that was it. They slipped out through the back gate, hearts pounding, uniforms replaced by casual clothes hidden in their bags. Tara laughed nervously. See us rebels. BC wasn't smiling. She turned to Zuri and whispered, if anything feels wrong, we leave immediately. Promise me. I promise, Zuri said. The city lights glittered ahead like stars waiting to be touched. The music was loud, too loud. Laughter, perfumes, sweat, smoke. Girls and boys dancing like the night would never end. Zuri stood by the corner, holding a cup of soda. She didn't finish. A tall boy with a charming smile approached her. His name was Jairo. He said he had seen her in the debate finals on TV. He was smooth, confident and older. Relax, you're safe here. You're special. You deserve to have fun, Juro said. Zuri blushed but said nothing. When she looked around, she couldn't find Tare or Nkem. Even BC had disappeared for a moment. The lights flickered, the room spun, the air turned heavy. And somewhere between the music and the laughter, the line between safety and danger disappeared. Rain began to fall. Zuri stumbled down the road, disoriented, bruised, holding her torn back, her makeup smeared, her eyes empty. She didn't scream, she didn't cry, she just walked. When BC finally found her on the roadside, soaked to the bone, she didn't ask what happened. She simply took her hand and said, let's go to the hospital. The nurses moved quickly. Blood test, IV drips, whispers. The doctor, Dr. Lindo, spoke gently. We'll take care of you. You're safe now. You did the right thing coming here. A counselor arrived from a women's support NGO. She explained Zuri's rights that she didn't need to tell anyone yet that she had time. But Zuri's mind was elsewhere. The laughter, the boys, the faces, the world had gone silent. A familiar voice broke the silence. Zuri! It was Aunt Leoma, eyes red, voice trembling, hands holding a rosary. Zuri started to cry. Auntie, I didn't want to go. I just wanted to fit in. Her aunt knelt beside her, tears streaming. My child, none of this is your fault, not your dress, not your kindness. Do you hear me? You did nothing wrong. For the first time that night, Zuri exhaled. When the school authorities found out, the principal's first words were not of comfort, but of concern for reputation. We can't let this reach the press, said the deputy. It will ruin our image. But Mrs. Kamara, the school counselor, stood up and said, this is not about our image. This is about a child who was failed by our system. Zuri was brought back to the hostel. She stayed in a special room. Some girls whispered, some pitied, some blamed. But BC sat by her side every day, bringing food and silence, the kind that feels like love. And Tare, racked with guilt, could not stop apologizing. If I hadn't forced you to come, it's fine, Zuri said. Maybe they would have hurt someone else. It's not your fault, Tare, but it's not okay either. Zuri decided to speak, not for revenge, but for peace. A female officer came. Her name was Sergeant Kofi. She was calm, patient, and kind. We will listen. You are not alone. Zuri gave her statement, one word at a time. She named the boys she could remember, and for every tear she shed, the officer wrote one line of truth. News spread. The 3 boys were arrested. 1 fled the city. Their families tried to bribe, to beg, to deny, but the evidence and the courage of 1 girl was too strong to silence. The school issued a new policy. No student leaves campus unsupervised. Medical and psychological support for victims. Awareness classes on consent and safety. The headmistress called Zuri in her office. "You have changed this school forever. I'm sorry we failed you, but because of you, we will do better." Zuri only nodded. Her voice had not fully returned, but her strength had. Therapy was hard. Some days Zuri woke up crying. Some days she couldn't look at the mirror, but she kept going. With each lesson, she learned breathing techniques, grounding exercises, and the truth. Healing is not forgetting. Healing is remembering and still choosing to live. Tari joined her at sessions, sometimes just to sit in silence. Bisi began writing poems about courage. Together they formed a small group called the Safe Circle. They visited younger girls, teaching them how to recognize manipulation, how to say no, and how to speak up early. Zuri stood before the entire school in her graduation gown. She was nervous, but her hands didn't shake. I used to think education alone would protect me, but now I know it's not just book that makes us powerful. It's truth, it's courage, it's knowing that silence is not strength. Some people will tell you to keep quiet, to protect your school, your name, your family, but we cannot heal what we hide. This is for every girl who ever felt ashamed of surviving. You're not broken, you are becoming. When she finished, the entire hall stood, even the teachers cried. And outside, Auntie Lioma whispered a prayer of thanks. Zuri sat in a university lecture room, confident, calm and smiling. She was studying biomedical engineering now. Her necklace gleamed under the sunlight. On her desk was a paper labeled Project Campus Safety Initiative. At the bottom, she had written one sentence: "When we protect girls, we build a safer world for them." As the sun dipped behind the hills, Zuri walked past a group of new students on campus. They laughed, carefree, their future still wide open. She stopped, turned and said softly to them, "Be careful who calls you beautiful, because sometimes they only want to break what they can't keep." Then she smiled, not in fear but in strength. Her story was not over, it was beginning. Zuri was the girl who was raped by tons of boys, a group of 5 boys. But out of the struggles, she stood tall, regaining her inner self and strength amidst all the difficulty. And today, she shines better.
Please subscribe to watch more of our videos. Thank you.